Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're getting into something you've probably seen advertised everywhere, the Voldic electric earwax removal kit.
Oh, yeah. Those ads are slick.
Totally. So our mission today is to kind of cut through that marketing noise and look at the medical reality of these home ear cleaning things. Okay, let's break down what they're actually promising here.
The claims are pretty big.
Yeah, dazzling's the word. Cordless design, microsuction and irrigation, basically like a tiny vacuum or water flosser for your ear canal,
Right.
4 different intensity settings, and the real kicker, they promise instant hearing clarity, like boom, clear ears in just 15 seconds.
15 seconds. That's ambitious.
It is. And they throw around phrases like 100% safety tested by U.S. otolaryngologists and heavily feature FDA-cleared technology. Sounds super legit, right?
Okay, hold on. That FDA cleared bit, that's where we really need to zoom in.
Oh, okay. Why is that?
Because cleared is not the same as FDA approved. Not even close. Cleared often just means the tech is, substantially similar to something else already legally on the market.
So not necessarily tested rigorously for this specific device's safety and effectiveness for home use?
Exactly. It hasn't gone through that high bar of proving it works well and is safe for the average person to just pick up and use. It's a regulatory nuance, but it allows for some very bold marketing language.
Gotcha. So they've kind of found a loophole to sound official without the heavy lifting. Okay, so putting the labels aside for a second. Independent sources seem wary. They say these kits are generally safe only for certain people.
Yes, absolutely. There are definite red flags. We have to stress the danger zones.
Like what specifically? Who should absolutely steer clear?
Anyone with a history of a perforated eardrum, full stop. Or if you've had any kind of ear surgery before.
Yeah.
If there's known structural damage or a history of serious infections, using water or suction at home is just, well, it's playing with fire, really.
Yeah.
Very high risk.
Right. And what about someone with, generally healthy ears? If they just use it wrong, maybe the angle's off or they don't quite get the technique, what happens then? Is it just that it doesn't work well?
It can be much worse than just not working. Misuse can definitely cause pain. It could even make your hearing worse temporarily or potentially long-term in some cases.
Worse? How?
Well, you could trigger an infection, especially if the kit parts aren't kept sterile, or the classic problem. You might actually push the wax deeper into the ear canal, impacting it further.
Woof, compacting it. Right, you can't just vacuum impacted earwax like you're cleaning the carpet.
Precisely. It doesn't work like that. Ear anatomy is delicate.
But wait a second, the kit has those 4 intensity modes you mentioned, and they often have strong guarantees. Doesn't that suggest the company believes it can tackle stubborn wax? Why would success be so, hit or miss?
Yeah, the guarantee sounds good, but the physics are tricky. Look, for really dense impacted earwax, consumer-grade suction or irrigation, no matter the setting, often just isn't powerful or precise enough to safely remove it. And like we said, there's a real risk of just jamming it in further. Plus, that instant clarity promise, it assumes wax is the only reason for hearing issues.
Which it often isn't, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Hearing problems can come from loads of other things. Nerve issues, middle ear problems, stuff this kit can't possibly fix, and that needs a proper diagnosis from a professional. User error is also a huge factor.
Okay, so pulling this all together, is the Voldic kit basically a scam, or does it actually have a place? What's the bottom line here?
I wouldn't call it an outright scam, no.
Yeah.
But it's definitely high risk if you don't approach it with extreme caution and, crucially, realistic expectations.
Realistic expectations being key.
Absolutely. Think of it maybe as a supplementary tool, potentially, for a very, very specific type of person, not a cure-all.
And who is that ideal, very specific user?
It might be someone who gets, occasional mild wax buildup, someone with absolutely no history of ear problems, no surgeries, no perforations, no chronic infections. And critically, someone who's going to read the instructions incredibly carefully and follow them to the letter. It is not a replacement for seeing an ENT specialist.
Got it. So, for pretty much everyone else then, if you've got noticeable hearing loss, any kind of structural ear damage, tinnitus, pain,
See a doctor. Or an audiologist. Professional medical care is the only safe route. Don't let the aggressive marketing convince you otherwise.
the marketing really oversells the evidence, it sounds like.
Massively. Which brings up a bigger point, maybe something for you to think about.
Yeah.
Given how much depends on using this correctly and knowing your own specific ear health history, does marketing these kinds of powerful DIY health tools so aggressively place, well, maybe too much medical responsibility onto the average consumer, expecting them to know if it's truly safe for them?
That's a really good question. Making the consumer the gatekeeper of their own safety with complex tools, definitely something to chew on next time one of these revolutionary gadgets pops up in your feed.
Exactly. Food for thought.